going to be interesting, especially if Malachi stays Zero Suit, which he has. DVD has never beaten Malachi, but don't know if Malachi's ever done Zero Suit. I think he always plays Sheik, so might be.
Let me just the look of determination on both of these players' faces right now. My God,
yeah.
you could just tell that they both want to win so astronomically bad.
Look at how angry that small child is.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Tink is pissed in his CSP.
So
he's threatening you with that sword, with that look.
He really is, yeah. And I mean, DVD right now is off to a great start.
Great SDI in the fair to get out.
Yeah, that move is, and it's even harder to SDI now in P+. It used to have, I think, an extra SDI modifier that got removed, but you can still SDI out of it if you're going the right direction. You really got to be precise about it now.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely a very, very tricky move to get around, but at the same time, when you can kind of get out of it, it really puts ZSS in a disadvantageous state, because now she has kind of just thrown herself flying past you below stage, so you can just, hold on to ledge, put yourself back on stage, kind of find your footing, and really, punish her for that overextension. And right there, Tink finding the first stock there, and DVD kind of in the lead here. Oh, great regrab.
I mean, right now he's looking for damage. He did finally make it back, and the thing is that Zero Suit, great character, one of the only things she doesn't have going for her is a really good tether punish. If you want to kill them off a tether punish, you have to lead them fading back or fading forward. If you want to cover all drift options, you just have to up air it. You get positioning, but you don't get a kill. And then against DVD, who can pull out those bombs, he can just kind of reposition himself once he's been up air. So Malachi really does have to finish his food if he wants to close out these stocks. He can't just grab ledge and let Zero Suit do the work. Great tech chase from that plat.
Oh yeah.
Malachi's really liking these forward tilts with Zero Suit. I don't see it very often, but
I think it comes with just trying to find the most optimal punishes and really just kind of maximizing your damage output. But just right there, the F tilt, just pushing him so far off stage. Dink's F tilt is I think it's very not people really notice it.
People sleep on it. It is bigger than people realize, because it starts from above him too. So it kind of anti-airs, which is what we saw there.
Yeah, it covers his whole. It's Link F tilt. It is a Link F tilt for sure.
Link F tilt. That is a great way to put it. People know oh yeah, Link's sword is big. People kind of assume oh yeah, Tink doesn't have that much range. Tink has some range. Let me tell you.
I've definitely seen DVD shark with that F tilt to kind of get those, high percent kills, and sometimes even at mid to low percent, mid to high, mid high percents. It's a great mix up because if you use it close up off stage, it puts him at such an awkward angle. And weird air dodge. I think he's maybe expecting a hit for a stage tech, but just kind of stands there and dies for it.
Maybe waiting for DVD to throw a bomb, and he was going to try and catch it, toss it back or something.
Perhaps.
But yeah, either way, weird SD, and then right now DVD's in a great spot. He's going to be able to take off that photo.
Really?
Tech chase. I didn't think there's a world tech chase that. And just drops too deep. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
He'll come from anywhere, but only if you've got the right angles, and he was a little bit horizontally too far for that up to reach. So DVD up a game, but I mean, I would say more or less that was pretty even, except for kind of the same problem we saw Aklo having, which is just it's hard to kill DVD if you're relying on edge guard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to kill him, and it's hard to catch him.
Yeah, especially once he has that lead too. It's if you're in the lead, it's one thing, but once he's up, if he doesn't have to approach you, have fun. It's gonna be tough getting him down, but. Or you just run up and down smash him in 3 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Bob's just thought it like that, I guess. Yeah.
Bob's got everything like that. I don't know. You just kind of pick a character and be like, all right, here I go. The ZSS case in point. You're just kind of like, yeah, this character's good. I'll play her. And here we are. Going even with top 5 players and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting.
Oh! Was that intentional? No shot that was intentional. That was a...
I can't tell because I can't imagine what he was trying to do if it wasn't that. But also, why on earth would he do that? That's such a specific call-out. It's really hard to do.
Does ZSS have the DDD tech where if you immediately just drop down, instant turnaround up B, you just instant grab ledge? Like, yeah, right there. He did it right there. I guess maybe he saw that he was committing to the up B and he held it so he gets the hitbox out in time to pull him down.
Yeah, I mean, it must have been, but crazy.
If that's the case. Insane reaction.
Yeah, I've never seen a Zero Suit do it that fast. Like, it always looks like it's always kind of slow and methodical when I see people like J-Falls do that because he likes to edge with that move. But that was so fast. That was crazy. But while we're talking about
luck or stroke of genius, we'll never know.
Until he says otherwise, he gets credit for it because that's the privilege you get for being the number one player.
All right, well, Malachi takes credit for that every day of the week.
Oh yeah.
I also want to say I really like how DVD's been using Dare to kind of tech chase on platform. It's very weird. He's getting a lot of percent at low percents for it. And it puts them at enough knockback where they try to fade to either off stage or into the next platform. And T.Link is just a fast enough character that DVD is able to get there in time to punish them even that far over. So it's great that he's finding like such a heavy hitting move at low percents. Like even then using it for like a combo setup, which is like insane to me.
Yeah, exactly. And T.Link is like normally a character that's not great against CC and ASDI down. So a lot of the time, your option when you land on that platform, it's coming down on you. You're gonna get up and you're gonna hold down, and down air just eats that. It's also a great call out on people just holding down mindlessly. Okay, yep, he's getting back on. I like what Malachi's doing now, which is, not only is he trying to edge go where he can, but he's also just doing his best to prevent DV from getting back on the stage by controlling from that platform. Because you can control quite a lot of space with Zero Suit shield drops.
Oh yeah,
he is kind of snaking in between them.
She got some long ass legs and some long ass moves, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Shield drop up air is a menace.
Oh yeah. I play a little bit of Zero Suit, and it's pretty much only because up air, and it's just a fun move. It feels good.
It's a fun move. It does everything. It hits above her. It goes behind her. You can Hitman. It's all the fun of
I don't understand. It's so good.
It's such a good move. But
just up air is out of that. I'm shocked that he was able to get that out, but up air is really fast. I want to say it's maybe 4 or 5. I think it's 4 and Link at 5. But either way, very fast. DVD once again up on the verge of going up 2-0 here.
Yeah, I mean, Malachi has been slowly kind of finding his openings here too, and it's been a slow burn, but Malachi is kind of inching ever so slowly back into an even game here. He's just kind of finding, his foot. He's getting hit by all DVD's little mix-ups in neutral ever so less and less. It's kind of slowly, DVD doesn't find more options or kind of a way to reinforce these mix-ups. Oh, right there for the first time in the set, using that up B as a shield that was working out so well for Aklo. So stuff like that, I want to see more mix-ups like that, but Malachi looking a little scary, building up a percent lead here.
Yeah, he's got the lead, and he's been so consistent with, like, anytime he hits him, he's racking up damage because he's so good at those platform tech chases. Like, even though Zero Suit is traditionally a character that doesn't get a ton off grab, Malachi's getting his money's worth off every grab.
Oh, yeah. I also wanted to point out right there, something that, oh no, reads the tech with down smash.
Yeah, good read by Malachi.
Bring set to a 1-1. I also wanted to say, just for that game ended, a recovery tactic that DVD does that I really like is he'll do that AGT forward, get the bomb explosion going off on platform, and then he'll air dodge in it and kind of use the explosion as kind of like a shield around him to kind of force Malachi to stay below him or kind of back off and give him the space he wants on platform. Yeah,
it totally covers it. Like, he's coming down and he should be vulnerable, but he's coming down in this big, hitbox of an explosion that you really can't challenge unless you're willing to trade and, get hit by that. And now he wants a little bit more room before he has to go off stage here, so he's going to PS2. Giving plenty of room to work with.
For the NYNJ Classic, we're probably only going to see middle 3 here. Both players going super deep.
Oh, he gets, I like the up air there, because he does have, like, 40 frames or something like that once Zero Suit hits the grab. He's got plenty of time to pick his move. Mm-hmm. And that is going to be a kill off the top. Those low ceilings are definitely a boon for Toon Link in this matchup.
Oh, yeah.
be murder.
Finding his up smashes, his down airs, everything such like that.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time we've seen him DI in on down throw, but it caught Malachi off guard. It kept him alive for a little bit longer, so good awareness of just what he's been doing so far and what he's been conditioning Malachi to cover.
Ooh, finds a nice little up air extension here, finds a little 61%.
But now he's getting, now he's in the vortex, is the problem.
Yeah, I think PS2, I think it's like you're saying earlier this stage. I think it's such like a neutral stage to me, but the edges for Toon Link with how much more vertical kill power he has. With ZSS, she really just has that up air and kind of maybe hoping that a poor DI on like a bear or something will cause her to kill off the top. Whereas, you know, that up B almost killed her right there, and just it forces Malachi to really be more careful when approaching in the air and kind of contesting those aerial punishes.
Yeah,
unfortunate SD too.
Yeah, that's rough. And yeah, I was gonna say not only the kill power, but also, I mean, think about how much Malachi was getting off the platform tech chases and just being able to use the platforms to threaten DVD without being on the same horizontal plane. Now he has to interact when DVD's throwing bombs and kind of, you know, playing his neutral game. You can't set up as well and just kind of come at it from above the way he was before.
Absolutely. I really like how he's walling him out with these bears and kind of forcing Malachi to go for these, you know, awkward blasters, and just kind of moves in this corner to kind of find space for himself and punish him accordingly.
Yeah, and great call out there on Malachi back. And yeah, he just has nothing.
Ooh, I want to say that Uppy was to cover the tether, and Malachi obviously properly reacting and not going for the recovery, but he lets himself dip a little too low. Oh!
Ooh, that's the tip then. That's what we were talking about.
Incredible up air to shark out of the tether right there, and all of a sudden it's an even game. Oh, the bounce from the boomerang! He knew.
Yeah, he missed the pivot grab, but he still gets the stuff for it. This is so scary right now. Both the momentum in the set is so huge just because of the way they've been playing. It feels like anytime one of them is, you know, if they get a lead, they can run with it so far. So taking this game 3 and then having stage play with it is huge potentially.
I love. Okay, one thing I haven't pointed out that DVD does that I love, and it's so scary, but it's so simple, is he will just in tense situations like these. There are times where he will pull a bomb and he will just run at you with it, and he will not throw it, and he will just dash dance back and forth between you, and it's so intimidating for no reason because it's this little blonde bastard with a silly little bomb, but it's so scary.
Yeah. Oh, and it's the jab re-grab that was so good. Maybe he wasn't confident that he could combo into the up smash off the first down throw, just goes for a jab re-grab and gets him. He goes up 2-1.
He was maybe perhaps afraid of going off stage, but just getting putting it on stage, securing it, making sure that Malachi really had nowhere to go, and immediately going right back. Malachi confident, you know, he could win this set on this stage, so.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of, I think we could all, you know, maybe see a little bit of the stubbornness coming out, but Malachi,
so far so good.
Malachi wants to win.
Okay, he gets the knockdown. Interesting. So I guess that up B does knock down at 0. That's got to be probably the main reason DVD's using it so much. It's not just fast, but it's you can't ASDI down and just kind of
get out of it. You probably have to SDI it up and out, or hope you could kind of fall out on the edge of it.
Yeah, exactly. Depending on kind of where you are, it changes how you want to SDI. Now he's got his grab, and DVD is always getting this consistent damage off grabs.
Oh, it's such a risky option there because he did it kind of just reading it as the platform drop down. He just Malachi runs by and grabs him for it.
Yeah.
I think he probably wants to stick to using it as an out of shield option, but right there, Malachi finding the first stock of the game. First stock to 3.
Just the way he was, hanging out behind him and below him and using, he's like, I'll jump and then I'll down B. I'm going to save the double jump for last just so you think I'm out of resources. Okay, he does make that back. That was a little scary.
I'm noticing this set, Malachi's kind of, really seeing finding those like niche approaches and kind of the walling out that DVD has been doing. And really bobbing and weaving through and kind of finding his approaches much more consistently and kind of going with what I said last game, that slow burn where Malachi was slowly kind of figuring out what DVD was doing in neutral and getting better and better at avoiding it. Now at this game this game 4, Malachi has kind of really found an answer for it and is kind of starting to build a good lead here. But DVD finds a solid fair to close it out, but he has to really find a better option here to kind of take this lead back.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that I think we can kind of see is a little bit of, I don't want to say desperation, but like he's really fishing for these kills. Anytime Malachi's off stage now, he's going for these drop ledge up Bs when he tries to catch a tether reel in. And that's so hard to time against Zero Suit because she reels in really quickly. And so it's obviously super high reward, but you're not going to be getting consistent damage from that. You gotta read them and hope you get it right, and also hope it doesn't set them wrong and they can tech. So it's a big gamble BB's taking when he does that, but he's just trying to close out these stocks.
It looks like here, DVD's kind of throwing the projectiles and the bear walls out to the wind a little bit and kind of opting for a more aggressive approach, and it's kind of working out for here. Having Malachi in a very scary situation. Great ASDI down to save himself put on stage. Oh, unfortunately doesn't drift far enough onto stage with the blaster, and DVD, first time this game, has a lead, and this very much could be a set point for him if he holds on to this lead for much longer.
Yeah, and he was at 110 when Malachi got onto that stock, so it's such a huge turnaround for even though he only got 20%, just the fact he brought this back to even and slowed the steamroll that was Malachi's first stock down is such a big win for him. So now he needs to find a way down. Okay, gets the
grab. Great nair. Gets him with the back hit.
Yeah. Oh, he tried to do that forward tilt again, which as we saw in game 1, since it's such a nasty angle. That was the weakest up B I've ever seen from Toon Link.
Gets the ledge cancel though, so it ultimately is safe. Oh,
yeah,
nice bear.
Shot.
With the arrow.
Yeah, he kept all his resources, and Malachi was fine, but still great. Still just damage. Forced him to go a little lower. Not as well.
Ooh, tries to just barely.
Oh. And DVD's one stock away.
Oh, he could one stock away from taking the set. Wow, he could definitely do this.
Yeah, again, I want to reiterate, at least as far as I know, even at local weight, DVD has never won this matchup, right?
I don't know what happened there, but that was such an unfortunate turnaround throw. He had the free percent right there, he just eats the down smash for it. I could only maybe think he was trying to AGT it away so to avoid the down smash, but I mean, I feel like he had it there.
Yeah. And now Malachi's just taking it to the bank. This is 80% unanswered. And he died off the top. Jeez.
That's so unfortunate. I feel like he really lost off that one bomb mishap.
Yeah, he gave Malachi one opening, and Bob just took it and ran with it. No reset. He never reset the neutral in that whole stock. He kept him in the air in disadvantage the entire time. And now DVD, he's got one game left. He can pick anywhere he wants, but he needs to figure out where he thinks he's going to help him against this Zero Suit. It's been running him down so effectively.
Oh, yeah, they're probably going back to Battlefield. I mean...
Yeah. I think I'm putting too much thought into where these guys are going for stages. Some over here, like, they got 10 stages, where are they going? And it's like, no, they're going back to one of
Battlefield. I'm like, alright, 2 of them are open, which one are they picking?
Yeah, like, we saw Smash for one of the earlier sets, and like that's probably as spicy as we're getting. And now he's only his Hyperflame was on screen.
But yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he's turning my back in. I'm not quite gonna do it.
I don't know. It's unfortunate air dodge, and all of a sudden DVD kind of gets a breather there. Can kind of be like, all right, I was getting kind of messed up, but here's my chance to save it.
Yeah, it's kind of a reset.
Tries to tip him again.
I tried to tip him, but like I said, if you send Toon Link high, he's just going to use those bombs to reposition and come down. Mm-hmm. But the interactions there with the shield and the shield dropping, that was such high level gameplay. They were both just totally ready for each other.
It takes a little bit more percent, seeing how high he already was, so he could drop low and do the safer recovery rather than just opting for this unsafe upbeat back onto stage. So I really like, DVD's understanding of the situation. Like, you know what, I'm at 1 hit anyway, what's the extra 5%? So
yeah, he's 1 hit away, and like he should have been dead so long ago that he's just taking everything he can get.
Yeah.
And something I want to point out that he did on the earlier Battlefield games too, I love the way that he's doing these flat drop zeros. Because they do threaten a little bit more range than anything else Toon Link has. He's kind of using it to disrupt what Malachi's doing.
I think just to touch on stuff like that, I think that's a big thing for like kind of newer to mid-level players, that's something they should kind of want to look at and think about. Like, even though you're in a scary situation where you're a high percent, understanding that, like, you know what, I'm in the lead even though I'm at like a one-hit situation. What's the extra percent? Because if it's gonna give me a more favorable situation, like, I shouldn't be afraid to commit to something like that. So I think being able to find those super niche and like really like, you know, this works because I'm at this high percent situation is something that, you know, top players really know where to find, and it's something that people who want to get better should really pick up on.
Yeah, exactly. When you're at 130 and you're panicking, everyone's first instinct is like, I'm gonna mash and grab, or whatever my combo starter is. Oh my god, that was so good by DVD. He controlled the space by going out there and throwing the bomb, and then he just double jump and just held the space with that active nair.
Just like to sit there for so long, it's like there's a child, he's floating here and there, what do I do?
Yeah, how are you gonna get around this one? Okay. Malachi is still keeping this even despite the SD at 20%, that first stock.
Oh yeah.
This is still, I mean, it's still even, but if we're going by how the game has gone so far, Malachi is definitely in a solid position still. He's going to need to get back. DV, again, he's taking that, I was going to say consistent damage, but he's a little bit slow there to let Malachi land. Bob's got to grab another one. Good SDI into the crazy DI for Malachi to live that. On the platform as well.
Just barely misses the ZSS there. That skinny figure coming in clutch.
Yeah, exactly. And this is so even right now. This is TV no longer is there. He is going to make it back. So really, one grab from DVD, one back air from Malachi would seal their stock. Malachi almost killed himself again, but this grab is going to do it. Yep. DVD one stock away yet again.
DVD, oh, close game 5, 2 stocks to 1 here.
Yep. Okay, he makes it back, and now DVD starts doing, you know, he used to be his tag for a while, looking for that chip damage. Anything he can get. He's so hard to juggle, too. It's like, normally that's Zero Suit's strength, she doesn't really need true combos, she can just juggle, but DVD is so good at manipulating his character to get around those hitboxes. Oh, great. Yeah, great neutral right now for Malachi, but all he's really getting off of these grabs is he can't combo off a grab at 180. Yep. Meanwhile, DVD absolutely can.
Oh, great boomerang.
Oh, yeah,
that was risky with the bomb there, but...
Yes, he was trying to end the game, but he's up 80, and now this is the exact same situation as Game 4. Let's see if Malachi can bring it back once again. So DVD's just looking for the grab right now. That's all he needs. Grab or back air down tilt to update, and it's the game.
Oh, it's just scary. Oh, he catches the bomb by accident.
Yeah,
or on purpose. I don't know.
Definitely not on purpose. And that's
take it. Oh, and DVD clutches it out. Game 5, last stock. Up B from ledge to beat the tether.
Yeah. Really good adaptation there from DVD on how he was handling Malachi's recovery in that last game. Between the edge guard at the end and the time, you know, when he went out there and threatened him with there, he just did such a good job of recognizing what ZSS can and can't do off stage, especially without a wall next to it. And he took advantage of it really well.
Excellent job by DVD. Great awareness. He had so many. There were so many situations where I wanted to point out towards the end of Game 5 there that I just noticed throughout the entire set. I forgot to bring it up. He was finding a lot of situations where he was getting like the SDI up out of up air or up tilt or a lot of like, you know, a lot of ZSS's vertically sharking moves. And he was able to get a fast fall up air out in time to punish the end lag on it. And there was a lot of situations where he was kind of finding those and just really taking them as far as he can. So just really showing it how like he could really find like what situations that at first glance may not be in his favor, but he really was like, okay, you know, I'm at, you know, like 10%. This up tilt hit me. Okay, I could just fast fall up air it. And then, oh, look at that. He's at 70%.